So hey guys, my name is Cher, and this is Modern and Retro Games. I am launching this new channel with this video where I will be talking about modern and retro games, just like the title says. I will be playing the games that I played when I was a kid, but also new games, games that were inspired by games I played, and also games that are totally new. And we'll be starting with Ogre Battle, the March of the Black Queen. I love this game. It's like one of my favorite games of all times because of how different it can be. It is a game that I started playing on the SNES, but I did play on the PS1 version. That's the version that we'll be playing right now. And I will be watching the intro with you guys, but then I will be back to comment and play a part of the game. Okay, so stay up with me, enjoy. As you can see, this game has the episode title number 5. Just like Star Wars, this was also part of the inspiration by Yasumi Matsuno when he developed this title. He wanted to make a series of games on the same universe. Well, as you can see, there's fanfare, there's a very nice soundtrack into this game. So, this is not the first game by Yasumi Matsuno, but it was one of the most influential ones. The game is not the first strategy game that used classes and everything else. I believe the Fire Emblem was also the first, or at least one of the first ones on the NES. But here has something very unique. When you start the game, there's this mage called Warren, and he says that the stars have placed it upon you. You are a very important person into a battlefield. And he uses the power of the tarot to decide wherever you not are fit to become our leader. So you are already someone very important here. But the game will try to understand your thoughts. Well, let's first start by naming the main character. I usually don't use my name, but it's my channel. I will be using it. You also can change your gender. On the SNES, this was not so common, especially on JRPGs. I always play with the gender of mine. And now this is a very important thing. The game uses RNG, and it will choose a tarot card by random. You will only be able to answer 5 questions based on 5 tarot cards that Warren draws for you. So he makes a question based on each type of card, and the answers that you give to him will change your initial class and also the type of characters that you can get to play at first. This changes how the game plays out as well. You can be a physical damage dealer or a magical damage dealer. Well, for justice, you are standing on the front of a mirror which shows you the best trait, what is shown in the mirror. Sometimes the answers are not exactly something easy to understand. One answer can give to a totally different result. So I see moral strength or mental strength. I believe moral. In war, moral is important. And now the night before the battle, you see several falling stars heading for the east. What do you wish for? So we are praying for something here. Luck. Do you rely on luck in fights? Do you rely on bravery or victory? The victory can come at all costs. Luck is not exactly strength. But bravery may be my thing. Moon, you're starting on the full moon the night before battle. What are you thinking of? Very similar to the star card as well. the results of the battle, your family or your beautiful lover. This also has very different results, because you may be thinking about everything, but what do you think at first? At first, your beautiful lover can be also your family. I will be going with family. We'd fight for our beloved ones. And for strength, what do you think is the most important thing to remember when walking the path of a warrior? Justice, glory, or fate? Justice can bring not so good results. Glory. Do you fight for glory? Or fate? Fate can lead you to wrong paths as well. Glory. I fight for fate. Fate in what I believe it's right. The last card is the Hanged Man. Because of a mistake you made, your army is forced to retreat. What do you do? Lament your mistake? That's something a coward does. Retire from your post? Everyone makes mistakes. You have to be strong. Shrug your shoulders. But the answers are not exactly what I wanted to do. So I will just lament my mistake and say that I can improve. In the Chariot, what do you think is the best way to pull together and rule people with different hopes and ideas? Because that's what happens when you are someone that rules. Religion, military force, or leadership and charisma? Well, leadership and charisma is my thing. Military force is brute force. Religion, everyone can have different religions. And finally, choose a title card for the deck. This also affects how you will have different status and alignments to your main character. Temperance. This is a card that means, I believe, balance. So the game is already starting. As you can see, it's very unique for something that was released on the SNES. This game is heavily influenced by strategical games. And as you can see, well, I didn't get the path that I always start with. But no worries, we'll be going with this one. We have Thunder Flare. I usually like to start with a Cleric in my setup. As you can see, the main character starts with level 1. And also, it has a little more agility than an STR. Lower alignment. So I didn't get the Holy Path. I did get the Dark Path. Thunder Flare is not exactly the magic that you get by going through the Holy Path. It's strange because I didn't think that I made the bad decisions. Like I told you, sometimes the correct answer, or just the different answer, is not exactly what you think. Okay, we start with only a small squad of 5 people. You can just change the formation of your characters. It changes the number or type of attacks that they can use. As you can see, my character is in the back. Let's return so you guys can see something here. By clicking on status, F means front and B means back. So if I get my character to the front, he will use this sword attack 2 times. If I use it in the back, he will just use Thunder Flare once. And then I have these other characters that are better on the front lines because they use sword 2 times. And the Beast Tamer is a character that can be placed in any position. He uses whip 2 times in the front, whip 2 times in the back. You also have some coasts to deploy characters, and the Beast Tamer has a little more coast. You have to spend more gold to deploy him to the field, because it's an advanced class. The first class in the game is the Fighter, and from Fighter you can get to other classes. The Lord is unique. You only have one Lord exactly like this, your main Lord. You have some other leaders, but they are not exactly as your Lord. Okay, so you can see that some characters can even change classes. We can already change back the Beast Tamer for a Fighter, but no reason to do this. So, okay, let's just enter and start the game. The game will only start once we get to the first thing here. As you can see, there's a large map. There's a lot of different quests to do in this game. And the first point is here, Castle of Warhen. 25 years ago, there was a great war that engulfed the entire land of Zitagenia. This is the word of the game. The war lasted 1 year, 4 kingdoms vanished as a result, and the remaining kingdom adopted the name of the Zitagenian Empire and ruled the world. The land. The empire ruled the land using corrupt methods and ruthless politicians, which caused many people to suffer. Near the borders of Cheryl, the remaining knights of the Zenobian army are planning the final assault, while awaiting their leader. We are their leaders, and we are a leader of a rebel assault. We are running against the Empire. Empire is always used in tactical games because it's always corrupted. Let me reduce the volume a little. On this point, you will see how different this game is, because it mixes JRPG, traditional game, with strategic elements, also board games. You can see some signs of influence by board games. You can click on your character, and you have the day and night system. On the right side of the image on the top, you have this 30,000 gold, and then you have an image there that has a sun and a moon. As you can see, it changes time, and some things can be done only on night. Some other things will be done only on sun, but usually it doesn't really matter that much. But with passage of time, you will receive taxes, because even being a rebel, you still need money. So when you free some towns, you will receive the taxes. You need gold to deploy units, and also to upgrade some stuff. Okay, so we have to click on our character. You can also use the pause button to decide without too much pressure. You can click on your character here and decide. On the SNES version of this game, you could only issue a single command to your squad. Like, you can click here, and you can click move, and then you can say, send your character to this town. This is a town, this is the capital, this is another town. There's also hidden towns in this game. Also hidden items that can be found. So if you want to go to a town, you can simply use this button and place it here. If you want your character to do more than one move, you can also do this. You press the square button. You click first you click move, and then you press the square button. And then you can issue a new command, like go here first, then you can go here, and then you can go here. I know that there's a hidden town in this point. So the game will teach me about hidden towns. I already know because I already played this game. And our characters will get something every time that they reach a new town. Also information and valuable items. So let's just go. You will see the passage of time running on the back. You may also find enemies, but this is the first stage. We will not find many enemies here. Yeah. Once you reach a town that has a red icon, it means that you are liberating a new town. You have liberated a Russian temple, it says here. Russian Temple give you a tarot card. A tarot card can give you some increased status to the squad that is liberating the town, but also sometimes give you some penalties. Well, this game is ruled by RNG. Sometimes RNG will not give you what you want. And this is also one of those games where you want to save before you liberate new towns, because the tarot card may be a penalty. Liberation. Every time you liberate a town, your popularity increases. On this image you will see it by Chaos Frame. It's on the middle of the bar. It can be increased till you get to the max. Sometimes it can be reduced. You can also get your popularity changed just because of the tarot card. So sometimes it's out of your hand. Some quests will only be available depending on your matter. So you have to give a look on this all the time. So let's draw a card. We got Strength. And the result is all characters from this squad will receive 1 STR. Very nice thing. Thank you. I usually only reset when I have a penalty card. You can also keep or not keep the card. Not all cards are useful in battle. I have to tell you this. The cards can be used in the middle of battle, and they will sometimes give damage, sometimes give you buffs, and they can be very useful. I also found an item. This is something that is also based on RNG. Sometimes you get an item just by liberating a town. A very nice thing. Musashi Blade already? Oh man. This is that moment where you save your game. So there's someone talking to us. Everything is progressing in real time, morning to night, night to morning, time is always flowing. You must therefore be able to make quick decisions or lose battles when you need time. No, you can pause the game. To consider a strategy, press the start button to issue the pause command. Even while you pause it, you can issue commands, so you can avoid hasty decisions, especially before battling with an enemy unit. It is always wise to pause and check your unit's condition. Yes, especially when you need to heal. On this game, your characters do not get healed once you finish a fight. Shall I repeat that? No. May the gods go with you, Cher. Thanks. So now, we are going to the second town. It is night time already. We can also find some rebels that do not belong to any position into the war, and we can recruit them. It's usually with monsters, but also some wolves and, well, not exactly monsters, but some different types. But usually monsters. Now we liberated a new city. Liberation. We'll draw a card from deck. Yes! Why not? Oh, we got the moon card now. The moon card will always change the field to night. It's good because sometimes you don't want the time to pass too much. You can gather information and get our cards. You also receive a tribute every day from each town you liberate. That's the taxes. You can run an army without money, so be sure to liberate some towns. So we are using a lot of rebels, but some mercenaries as well. This is war, and this is how it works. No, I don't need to repeat this. May the gods go with you, Cher. Okay, thank you so much. Now we only have one army. Now, we can use 10 armies in a single map. Guys, things can get a lot chaotic. And I like chaotic stuff. You found the city of Zeltinia. Find out. I liberated the city. You have to find it and you have to move to the point to really liberate it. Oh, look, this is a bad card. The Warner CR that I got with that strength card is now lost because I got this Hangetman card. And this is where you save your game and you load it. So we are finding a new leader. My name is Lance and I'm a knight of the Royal Zenobian Army. You must be the new leader. Yes, I am. Ryan was talking about, I must say, I like the look in your eyes. We have lived until this day only to see the wasteful death. King Gran avenged. I believe that at your side we just may be able to do that. I hereby pledge my alliance to you. We will fight with you. Until the Zenobian Empire is crushed and true peace has returned to this land. To deploy a unit, press the square button and use the deploy unit command. Well, I finally reached my final point with this army. We can now deploy a new one. We can press the square button, deploy. Now Lance is the second one we have. As you can see, in order to dispatch this unit, you have to use 2,410 goth. Well, we have to use this. We have 30k. That's okay. As you can see, this is totally different. We can check by going on edit units. And now we can check Lance. Lance is a mix of mage and physical damage. Level 4 already, so they are stronger to defeat the boss of this map. As you can see, they are already aligned in the best formation. The mages are here using magic on the back rows, while the fighters are here on the front lines. Well, very nice thing. Yes. This one is already deployed, so you have a different color showing. As you can see, you can also return from these classes. The Knight and Wizard are advanced classes, so you can return to Fighter with both. You unlock new classes depending on the status of your character. Levels and status plays a part, so you can even make the Wizard become a Beastman if you want. Okay, so let's get back here. Well, so something just happened. The game crashed and I lost my save. So I started a new one, got the same squad, the same character skills. So, well, I want to say something now. There is a way to find hidden items in this game. You just have to travel to this specific point and you get a hidden item. That's a pretty nice thing, and there are a lot of maps that you can find this type of stuff. Because our main squad is up there, we will be using Lance squad. We'll just go here on deploy unit, we'll choose him, and yeah, we have to pay to dispatch a unit. And as soon as you choose the units that you want to dispatch, you can choose where you want it to go. So this place here has a hidden item, and then there's another place where you will find another one, like this point here. And why am I choosing this point before choosing this one? I will explain. Because Lance has the movement called planes, so he walks well with a good speed when he's moving between planes, but not on water places. And so sometimes he would try to just go through planes and just, you know, get here. He will face the boss because he thinks that's the safest or fastest road to reach this point. So you have to kind of force the character to go to the way you want. And now we just get our main unit here, and we will move it for this place here. So Lance will just get the last item, and in the meanwhile, my main unit will reach close to the capital. Yeah, we just got this treasure. And also another thing, I'll be posting a link to a very nice, one of the best websites I ever saw for a game, and it's House of Wax. And you can find some strategies for this game, also the location of all the hidden items and hidden cities. We got a ring of protection here. And you can see our main unit also moving. Now passage of time is happening. It's day now. And Lance is just trying to reach the point. Now something just happened. As you can see, there's income projection. There's tributes, unit expenses. You don't have to pay for your lord, but you have to pay for the other characters. And also this new deployed Lance unit. We got a positive balance because we were 30k gold. Now we have 32.699. Let's go, Lance. Yeah. So we just found a new treasure. Broken sword. Let's just keep a look on these items, because some of them are pretty bad. You can get some very good items in the start of the game, because it's just RNG. Items. Equip items. Ring of protection. I believe you can press a button to try to see the effects. Let's try to see which is the circle button. This one gives intelligence, physical, resistance, light, resistance as well, and the broken sword gives you only 4 STR. Not a good weapon at all. This is like the start. Okay, so we will not be equipping nothing because we don't need it. We can face the boss with either Lance. It will be very easy because Lance is better. Or we can just go with the main one. Let's go with the main one. The boss is super easy. It's just the first fight in the game. Okay. It seems that you have prepared for the battle ahead. You must know. Do the battle with me. If you manage to defeat me, we will all follow you. If you press X button during the battle scenes, it pauses the game and you can go into the menu. Let's do it. And you can also use the tarot cards that can change the fight. Sometimes you have a very weak squad and then you can heal, or you can do damage with the cards, easing the process to killing the enemies. Let's press... I have to press a button here. Okay, so we have something to see here. As you can see, this is the field of battle. The formations of my characters are here. You can see that. And then you can see Warren. This is your boss. It's a pretty nice thing. I really like this, man. And it also remembers of a lot of different games that I've played. It also remembers me of Saga because of formations. Well, you can issue battle commands like best. Best, the games will decide which is the best way to act. Strong means that you are attacking the strongest enemy available to the range, because if there's too many enemies on the front, you cannot attack them if you only have a direct attack. There's direct attacks in this game as well. If you are using a spell, it will hit any type of enemy. If you are using just a sword attack, it will only hit the enemies that are on the front. Another battle command is the leader one. This one will try to kill the leader, and if you kill the leader, you can win the fight, but that's only happen with bosses. If you do this with a small enemy group, it will just try to retreat to the base and try to recover HP. It's also a way to cheat the game and try to get more experience, because you still get experience, the leader will run out, and then you will just face it again later. But it will also spend a lot of time. Weak will try to kill the weakest enemies, so if you have a large group of enemies, using weak is a good idea sometimes, because you will keep trying to kill at least one enemy that is weaker. You know, you use it on AoE attack, and there's 5 enemies and there's one with lower HP. Your character will try to kill the one with the lower HP. That is pretty nice. You can retreat from fights, even from boss fights. You can also turn off animations, its own, and Tarot card can be used on this time. Let's use Star. I don't remember what new Star uses. It increases the agility. It's good because if you attack first, you can kill the enemy before he kills you. We have the Tower. This one uses an Earthquake attack. Devil try to deal dark damage. Temperance cures status ailments. Chariot deals physical attack. And Emperor gives one more attack to all your units. This one is pretty nice, especially for characters that have powerful attacks that can only be used once. So let's just see what happens in this fight without interfering too much. Yeah. The enemy's dead. This is an easy fight. We had like a lot of different attacks to kill this boss. You have done well, and now know your power. Our fate now lies in your hands, Cher. Oh, thanks. Now we shall fight together until the Zetesian Empire is brought to its knees. Guy is full of, you know, sentences. Congratulations, you liberated Ozark. Motivational sentence. Okay. And now you'll be able to play with a lot of different squads. And I mean a lot. A huge lot. Because we are now the leader of the liberation. When you clear a map, you also get more gold. And if you cleared the map faster, you will get more gold. If you spend too much time, just try to get gold from taxes. On the end, you will not receive any plus gold. And after you finish a quest, you can save. You can also stop and save anytime you want. But you can always save between each maps. Nice. Now we are on the edit screen. As you can see, we have lots of squads now. Yes. Lance was the best one, but now we have a very powerful mage because of Warren. But his squad is not so good. Now if you can see another type of characters, monsters, and they sometimes may take 2 spaces. This one here takes 2 spaces, same one for this one. So Warren can only add 2 Hellhounds. It's not a good idea in the future. In the start of the game, you will not see so much difference because they receive less damage. But in the future, having 5 units is always better than having 3. Okay, so let's check the other formations here. We have a Hellhound here as well with a Beast Tamer and 2 Amazons. The Amazons are better on the back. The Beast Tamer just can be placed at any time, any place you want. And the Hellhound uses magical attacks in the back line. I don't think it's good because it's only 2 attacks against 3 in the front. You have also this Dull Mage that starts pretty strong. It has an AoE attack only once. While the normal wizard has 2 magics, it chooses the elemental type that it will do more damage. Really, really nice. A golem is pretty weak in this game. Has low HP, high resistance, but it's very hard to increase the HP of them. Here is the first time you see a very bad formation. The golem has to be on the front, but the mages should never stay on the front. They use a very weak attack on the front. See, sometimes you have to change the formations. There's another formation with another Hellhound. Well, it's too much. I don't recommend you spending time raising too many hellhounds or too many golems. In the future, you will not need this. We have a witch that tries to stun targets. If she stuns, they will not attack. At least for that turn. She needs high agility as well. Also, we have wizards. I don't think there's so many wrong squads this time. Depending on your decisions, you see some difference between the squads. But everything else is just fine. Okay, so what we can do now is just go to the second stage, Shadow Border. This time we are playing for real. You see how chaotic the things can be. The man who governs the borders of Sharam is the warrior Yusar, formerly the head of the bandits. He was appointed to rule this area due to his role in overthrowing the Zenobian kingdom. By defeating Yusar, the road to the battle ahead will open up. You can long press the button to speed up things. And now we are on a real map. Things start getting a little chaotic here. I will just use the squads that the game gave us, like Lance and Warren. Lance should be pretty strong from the start of the game. We can go and liberate some towns with Lance. He will be very good for this. Warren can do very high damage, but the Hellhounds may die if you do not take much attention. Let's get our Lance to this point here. And then let's get Warren as well. You don't use much gold with Warren because there's only 3 characters in the squad and they use less. There is a hidden point here. You can already see. It's easy to see. You cannot leave your base behind without anyone. So some people like to play with the leader in the back without facing too much fights. I usually send my leader to the front lines and give orders to other strong characters as well. And I'll leave 3 squads in the back so they can save something happen. Liberation. Oh, we are liberating things already. Oh no, this one again. We are losing STR. Remember when I said save your file every time you enter a new city? Oh, there's too much text now. Let's just keep this. They also ask if you want them to repeat stuff. So, look at this. Depending on the path you issued your characters to travel, the enemies will know this and try to avoid your characters. What you can do is just press start and change the directions again. The Fortune card can either give you reputation or just decrease your reputation. Bottom Knight. Another Ring of Protection. This one is not bad. So what I will do? I will do something different. I will just deploy another one. Let's check which one is pretty good here. Like, I believe that this one is one of the best ones. As you can see, some formations makes no sense. This one is a healer. This one is on the healer as well. This one stuns. And who will attack? The Golem. The Golem barely does damage. I guess they want you to change formations on start. You can also have some different animals like the Griffin and Octopus. The Octopus is not so good, but the Griffin is. But still, in the future you only want 5 characters in a formation most of the time. So I'll be moving Clive. Clive is strong. And Collins. They will work better. Clive and Collins. Clive. And if you stay too much time in a city, you will recover some HP. You can also purchase items. Collins. Let's move Collins to this point here. I think there's a hidden city here. I'm not entirely sure. Let's move in here.
Liberation. Thank you.
You can buy items here as well. As you can see, you can click on the city. Oops. Liberated Fortress. You're very close to the boss. You can already face the boss if you want. The game gives you a lot of different options for strategy. And this card is amazing. It's a ward card. It means that every time you draw a new card from a city, all the effects will be added to all deployed units. So if you get a STR +2, you get STR +2 to everyone. Pretty nice. But only the deployed units. You can also check cities and add new characters based on the conversations you have with the people. Sometimes talking to someone will trigger another event, and then you have to check the city and other city and talk with people to discover what is happening in this land. I usually issue the strong command. You can already see that they are doing wrong here. They placed 2 physical damage dealers that could attack 2 times in the front lines in the back. So now they are only using 1 attack. Well, it's the start of the game. It also kind of explains to you how it works. So don't do what they are doing. Yeah, we won. We just killed 1 target. We lost just a small amount of health. Collins, let's retreat a little. Let's see our leader.
Fight it out.
Yeah, sometimes they move super fast, and also I have to travel by sea. Look on this formation. Only 1 giant in the front line and a mage in the back. You will not understand their decisions without seeing them attacking. Sometimes the mage will try to use bass, sometimes you try to kill one of your characters, and if they are killed, it will be hard to heal. You can try to heal with cards, but we will not be doing this. As you can see, they are trying to attack the leader. Sometimes what you need to do is to retreat. Yeah, the leader is dead. You see what happens when the leader is dead. We won because, well, we did more damage. But look what happens with the leader is dead.
Find out. Liberation.
Enemies will think differently. Sometimes they will try to kill your leader, sometimes they will just try to kill the frontline characters. We got a very nice card here. Cannot keep too many cards. Star just increases agility. I want damage. This card deals damage. So, because our leader is down, look what we can purchase items on the city. Clive, let's move, Clive. I will also take my leader to the front lines now. Yeah, Clive just found an enemy. Let's use a total card here. We don't really need this. This is super easy. There's only 2 enemies here. And I chose to attack the strong. It will always attack the enemy that has more HP. This time is the knight. That soldier could not attack the knight because it's a little far away. So he chose to attack the other soldier. Amazon start very weak in this game, but they do get stronger later. As you can see, sometimes they will think that's better to retreat because they took too much damage, but sometimes they will still advance. I will do something here. While Clive is dealing with those enemies, I will just take my lance and move to the boss, because Otherwise, our video will be too long. This time I'll be using a tarot card. I kinda don't need this. Yeah. Remember those enemies that killed our leader? They are here, still advancing. Another thing is that usually you have to face like 20 enemies from a map, sometimes more, sometimes less. So after you killed some of them, they will not appear anymore. You will only have the boss to face. Yeah. We won. It's the start of the game, it's still very easy. Fight it out. Now I'll use a card. If I remember correctly, using Magician, you do good damage against the mage. Yes. As you can see, we are now using the lightning attack. If the Hellhound is dead, we will then use another magical attack instead. Because lightning is strong against the Hellhound. But I believe ice is strong, or tornado is strong against the mage. Yeah, the mage is dead. Usually on the start of the game, if you want to clear enemies easier, you just use one tarot card and then you just wait for your characters to clear the rest. Like this. Clive is facing another enemy. Also, sometimes if you get too close to the boss, they will spawn more enemies to avoid being directly attacked. Fight it out. We don't need anything. And you don't get much experience they run. You only get 1 point of experience. You need 100 to reach a level up. Nice. Mages are pretty strong on the start of the game. We gotta level up. When one of our soldiers is close to dying, we can use items if we had purchased some. You should always start purchasing items so you can heal. Let's move this one here so we can purchase some items. Fight it out. We have a healer here this time. And 2 Amazon in the front. But the Devil card will do very good damage against the healer. You can only use 1 card after every new action. So now I try to use Ice Field. I can try to heal. That is if I have a heal card. I don't remember. There is 1 card that's interesting that makes the enemies flee from battle. A lot of different results. Moves enemies in the back. You can change the order. You can place the healer on the front. But I don't think this is good. So maybe one of our soldiers will die now. Yeah, sometimes it's better to retreat instead of allowing your character to die. We can just click here this time and move to the city and purchase an item. Here, Cootie Potion. And now we can use the items we have. Well, Lens is going all out against the boss. Lens is our strongest squad right now. Now the chariot deals physical damage. We didn't really need this, but let's speed up the things. Agility plays a lot of things on this game. Sometimes you miss attacks. Yeah, the mages and Lens squad start strong already. Well, Clive is facing that that other enemy again. I will not use anything. Or should I? No. We only attack twice. Remember, Amazons only attack twice if they are on the back. If they are on the front, only one attack. The bad thing is just that they will heal because of the cleric. You can also change the command for weak. Actually, let's... Oh, the difference is very small. Like we can change for weak. Ah, we didn't have any more attack. Mulans kill the boss before we face the enemies again? I don't know. Let's find out. Oh. We can use the full card. Well, I believe the octopus attacks more in the front. But that mage will be very weak in the front. Oh, it didn't work. Oh, this is an insta-kill attack. I forgot about this. Or no, it's not an insta-kill attack. It's just that the enemy runs. But if you kill the leader, we are done. Very good strategy. This mage doesn't do damage, but if she stuns, you don't attack. Oh, we are facing the boss now. But there's a catch here. There is a character that is hidden on this map that knows this boss, and you can recruit it if you do something. Well, I'll leave you to when you play the game. And you will find one of the best characters from this era, Canopus. Now, please say here in the comments if you know Canopus. You can also find Canopus on Tactics Ogre. And when it's boss time, we will just do a lot of stuff like decreases the enemy defense. We can do this. First of all, we will just use the Emperor card, one of the best ones for bosses that will give us one additional attack. Let's use this one first. So the mages will attack twice instead of twice this time. The boss will always do a little more damage. So let's use Hanged Man as well. Defense down. We are trying to attack the weakest, as you can see. So what can we do more now? We can change the direction of the enemies. The mages in the front. Oh, it didn't work. I don't know if it works in bosses. What can we do more? We can use Tower. It deals damage. Very high damage against mages. It's physical damage. Very nice. I don't remember what the word does. Protects a unit from a magical attack. Oh, let's use this. Magic shield. No, not this time. Yeah, we won because the aim of this map is just to defeat the leader. Once you defeat the leader, there's nothing else to deal with. We just liberate Jane Dark. Yeah. Well, this is just a glimpse of the game. There's a lot of more things to do. You can upgrade your classes once you reach certain levels. You can get different items. You can form different formations. You can recruit special characters. Sometimes they will have a special class. They will be better than the others. There's a lot of different mechanics in this game. One of my favorite games, man. So, I will finish this video here. I want to thank you all for watching to the end. Please say here in the comments if you watched it to the end. Also tell me if you have played this game. I have a lot of memories of this. I remember then when I was a kid, this game was only available where my grandmother lived. And she lived like very far from my house, like 1 hour if you were walking. And I didn't mind. I walked through 1 hour just to reach the store that had this game to rent. And I would always rent this game to play for a weekend, because every time I ran it again, they deleted my save. But you know, I always enjoyed playing it, because every time it was different. The enemies you face, some items that you can get to upgrade, will always be different. So every new experience was different. One of the best games to give you different experiences ever in new gameplay in the era of the Super NES. Because I played this first on the Super NES. The PlayStation version has some better animations when compared to the Super NES for magical attacks, but all the other stuff are pretty similar. I suggest you play the PlayStation version instead of the Super NES version. Well, that's my opinion. So, thank you all again. If you didn't subscribe to this channel yet, please do. I'll be releasing daily videos here. It's a new home for our discussions. We'll also be doing live streams later, but not right now. So please give me feedback. Did you like the format? Did you didn't like? And please tell me what you didn't like as well, so we can always improve. So, we see each other on the next video. Bye.